said it's such a given that she loved me for my drive. It wasn't all about the bread, I had to elevate the mind. Don't go looking in my past and then get scared of what you'll find. I'm still a work in progress, you know I'm changing over time. Still pray for long life and all my killies them to shine. But if I die tonight, I promise you these raps gon' stay alive. It's big money when we...
You do whatever you want. Whoever asked you the question, maybe, whatever you want. Okay. Literally. Honestly, bro, you might overthink it, but in 2 minutes you're gonna be blessed. Cool. Just from. But yeah, we're back. Most even though you're late, we're here with the Real Life Curriculum podcast, second one of the year. Got Leon Matthews on today, bro. Appreciate you coming down, man.
Thank you.
Your first podcast as well.
First podcast, yeah.
Appreciate it, the Real Life Curriculum podcast. But just for people who don't know, maybe who's watching, could you just like introduce yourself a bit, what you do, and then we'll go from there.
My name's Leon Matthews. I'm a videographer, director, editor. I do a bit of everything, to be honest. I started off as, if you know, Crown Media. I started off Crown Media when I was in university. That's pretty much what I do, yeah.
And Crown Media, that was yours?
So me and my two friends at university, so when we was 19, we met up there and I wanted to do the video thing, so did they. And then, me, E Blessed and Luke Fresh, that's their name, so they're still active now. We did that for about 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we all just gone freelance now, so. But the channel's still there, still accumulating numbers slowly, so.
So even before that, what was the thing that you thought like push you towards videography? What was it about it that you thought, yeah, that's me, I want to do that?
When I was in school, I think when I was about 13, 14, I was always on YouTube. And looking back now, I used to have YouTube accounts when I was a kid, just uploading random stuff. just like my cat. I remember my cat on the computer, so I uploaded that. And then I got an iPod Touch for Christmas, and I remember I had a 4K camera, and I was just recording everything. I went on a school trip, so I was probably about 15 or so. And it was some army cadets doing like combat moves. I put that on YouTube. That got like 200,000 views.
No way.
Back then, you didn't need to have subscribers to get AdSense. So I remember
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah, I was getting paid.
No way.
School. Yeah. My friends were hating, like, how are you getting paid for this and stuff? And then
how old were you when you did that?
I think about 15 or so.
How much money did you get from that roughly?
I think I made at least a couple £100 from that.
That's decent.
Yeah. So back then, that's a lot of money as
well.
Yeah. And then when I was in sixth form, I made like a RC car chase video for my film studies. So like we bought toy cars from like Argos and stuff. Recorded that on our iPhone 4 or 4S, and then I got like sounds from YouTube and overlapped it to make it like a Need for Speed like car chase. That went viral, so that got like 200,000-300,000 views. So when I did that, I thought,
what's it called? I'm gonna look this up.
You type in Leon Matthews RC car chase, that'll be somewhere.
Yeah.
Not everyone else can watch it.
So yeah, I did that. That did well, and then I just thought, that was fun. That didn't feel like work to me. And then I went to uni to do journalism. Got to uni after about a month of doing journalism. I was like, this is boring. There was like a camera department, so I could hire out cameras. And then I started recording people in my accommodation, like doing freestyles and stuff. And then I remember someone said to me, you should record him a freestyle. Like, he's from London, he's quite big. And then that ended up being Tion Wayne. I didn't know
really?
Yeah.
What uni did you go? Knots?
BCU.
Birmingham.
Yeah,
I thought you went Knots. I thought Tion Wayne. No, who went Knots? There's someone else who went Knots, a famous rapper. Yeah. Maybe not him though. That's sick.
That happened, and then kept on doing them. And I thought I want to start a channel up. And I was when I come home from uni, I used to watch like JDC Media Spitfires and people on those Scene Smashers.
That was it.
Seriously,
that was the one.
So I used to watch those every day. Get back from uni, go on my computer. I sold my PS3 and I got to uni, and I used the money from my PS3 to buy an iMac. So that's how I started off that. And then it was like late January, and I said to my friend, I want to start this channel, and he's like, stop thinking about it, just do it then. And I'm always overthinking things, and then I just started it, made the Twitter account. Like a week later, we were out in Birmingham just starting shooting freestyles. And
sick.
Yeah.
So from the start, like, you never really looked at it from a business perspective. It was just more fun kind of thing, was it? Yeah.
I wasn't really like, I was a bit business-minded as a kid, but I definitely didn't go into the music game with a business mind. I didn't know how cutthroat that industry really is.
What point did it click then for you to think, I can make money from this? And
I think probably about a year in or so, we thought, like, we asked other people what they're charging for videos, and back then we were doing videos for free, and then I think we started charging people like £50 for a video, £20 for a freestyle. Bear in mind, there's 3 of us in this as well, so we're just saving up the money, because one day we're gonna have to leave uni and buy our own camera kit.
Oh, so this was all with the uni's camera kit.
Oh yeah,
innit?
we used to rinse
Oh,
the
sick.
department. Yeah, they hated us. Yeah, highs and loans at BCU. So yeah, we used to go and get cameras, and someone's like, the camera have to be back on say Wednesday. Then someone shouts us for a video, and then the camera's not available to have out again. So we just wouldn't return it back. It was whole of fine, and we got banned so many times from there. So yeah, I think towards the end of uni we thought, okay, like that's when we were a bit more strict with like we've got to make money from this. And then when we came out of uni, one of my friends had a job in Tesco's. Me and my other friend were just I was sleeping on his sofa, and then my other friend lived at home in Birmingham, and we just used to shoot, save up the money. Then we used to like split it 4 ways, so each of us would pay ourselves, then leave a quarter left over for the business to buy more kit and stuff. So yeah.
We got to mention him because he was our first episode of 2025. But how do you know Maz? And how did that link up come about?
So I saw Maz on JDC Media. So
Really?
Yeah. The music video.
Yo, he used to spit in it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, he
yeah,
did.
that's what I mean.
Yeah. I didn't know
You
it was on
forget this about
JDZ
him,
though.
innit?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the music video on there. So I had already come to Leicester in like 2015. We shot some guys called SDR, and then I saw Maz on JDZ, and I just hit him up. I think probably on Twitter back then, and he was cool. We showed love, and I said, "Yeah, I'll come down shoot you a video." And then I think I was at my mum's house then. I went back to High Wycombe, and I said to Maz, "Just cover my travel costs down." I had like a 2-litre diesel back then, so I was like, "It's only gonna be like 30 quid petrol or something." And then I just came down to Leicester, shot him a video, and he always bigs me up for it because I didn't charge him for it. But I just wanted to like, it wasn't about money back then. It was just networking. So that's how I met him, and been friends ever since.
No, so obviously Maz is like one of the early doors. How did you go from Maz to like filming for Sench and M Huncho, Pot of Paper, and all these man?
That's the longest. I don't know. So Maz was 2016. Kept on shooting. I think towards 2016, 17, I was still living at the flat of my friend. And then drill music started to pop off. That's when drill came through, I think. And all like the younger kids in Birmingham were like getting into drill back then. So our channel became the drill channel, and then that was building up views. That came with a lot of good publicity, but also a lot of headache because police started to get involved with that type of stuff. Which there's some crazy stories with that as well. We'll get into that later. And then it got to around about 2018. I was kind of just like sick of living in Birmingham, to be honest, and like I think me and my friend went from that 1-bedroom flat to a 2-bedroom flat, but I wasn't really making money back then. So every month was just a struggle to even just like survive, really.
Were you working like doing a side hustle? So was this a side hustle and then you were working on the side hustle?
This was basically my main thing. So it was making money, and then I was applying for like jobs and stuff, and just I couldn't get a part-time job anywhere. And then I think when we moved to a 2-bedroom flat, I got like a delivery job. So I was working at a place called like Pizza something in Birmingham, working there like 3-4 times a week, just on the side, minimum wage, just whatever, just grinded it out. I met a few artists around that area somehow as well. I delivered a pizza to one guy's house. We got chatting. I was like, I'll shoot videos. He's like, oh, I rap. And then
sick.
did him a video that did like 100,000 as well. He went from nobody to hood famous in like a month.
Who was it?
His name's YCH.
Okay.
If you go on YouTube, yeah. I don't know whether he's still rapping now. So yeah, got to that 2018. I kind of got a bit sick of it. I said I'm moving back home. I'll just drive back down to Birmingham if I need to come back down here. And then when I moved back home, like 2018, I remember I emailed JRM. I said I wanna like collaborate and do some freelance work. And then they got me in with like 6, 7, and then from there it was a slow year, but then started to like get some bigger names in. So
What was it like for you then when you started to get them bigger names, like people that were popping at the time? Was it like a surreal moment, or did you think I was always going to get to this stage?
Both, to be honest. When I used to watch like 6, 7 videos on YouTube, I used to look at them and feel like, oh, I could do this. Like eventually I'll be at that level where I can do that. But then when I actually got my first, I think it was my second video for 6, 7, it was Mental K and Audi. You know, the guy who wears the mask?
Yeah.
I remember like I was shooting for him, but like he's just in my passenger seat of the car. We're just driving around to locations. I'm like, oh, I'm really just sat in the car with like, this guy's basically famous. So that kind of like hit me then. But to be honest, when you're there and you're just in work mode, you don't really think about it. But when you put it out, it's more other people how they treat you than how I see it. Yeah.
Do you know like now, the artists come and message you saying, I want you to film? Is that how it works now?
Yeah, pretty much. So artists will DM me. They might get my number from someone. sometimes like labels might hit you up and email you. Yeah, it comes from all avenues really, but mainly word of mouth.
Who is the biggest artist you've probably filmed for?
I don't know. I'm trying to think right now. I've shot for like Digga D before. That was a cool job. I did a video last year for Darko and Des Dior called Favorite Girl. That's like my most viewed video now. Potter, Hunt Show.
Yeah.
I took some pictures of Central C at his show in 2021, which is crazy to think how far he's come since 2021.
Smashed it.
His life's changed.
literally.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like even that recent album, that was mental.
Yeah, sick album. Yeah, so I'm sure there's a few more names, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah.
So what is it?
Different question. Sorry.
No.
Who's the favorite then?
Oh, my favorite artist.
Or the favorite like shoot you've done, and what was so good about it that you liked about it?
I think my two favorite shoots is the Darko Favorite Girl one. She took me to Dominican Republic.
Oh,
so
nice.
That was crazy. Yeah. Just met some high profile people there that were like her friends. But also just shooting in that type of environment as well, like in a hot country. Artists don't take, they always take me to like Spain and stuff. So like that was crazy.
Do they pay? Is it expenses paid for everything?
Oh yeah, everything's covered. Yeah.
Not bad that.
That's a nice lifestyle, I'll tell you.
Everyone says that. Yeah. So I've been on some good trips. I went to Ibiza with guy. Oh, do you know what? There's too many trips to name. I went to Ibiza with Twin Dentists as well. They took me on like a private jet. But I went to Ibiza on private jet with Bugsy Malone as well, which I forgot about that.
It's
Standard, innit?
Forgot about that.
living.
Normal now, innit? Nah, sick though. It's good, man.
Yeah, I've been to Ibiza a handful of times. I went with some guys called House Gospel Choir. They're like a singing group. That was good. Like that was obviously more humble than the private jet. We're probably on like EasyJet or something, but the actual atmosphere of being with them and stuff like that was very down to earth people. So that was fun. Yeah.
That's it. Do you know, like day to day then, do you have to plan like what you do in advance, or do you just free flow it? How does it work for you?
It's both, to be honest. I try to plan my days as much as I can, so I make like a to-do list.
Yeah, sick.
Try to do it the night before. Sometimes I don't. So my to-do list will mainly like on an average day it would be like wake up, try to go gym, read like 10 pages. Then I just got like edit this, edit that. So it's just pretty standard stuff. But then because life can be so spontaneous, I just get a phone call. And I did the Digga D video with a director called Teasy. I literally stepped out my house to go gym. He rang me like, Leon, are you about today? And I was like, yeah, cool, I can be. He's like, oh, Digga's just come out of jail. Are you free? Can you get to my house in the next hour? So then I just like, okay, cool. Went inside, put my stuff on charge quick, changed, and then out the house. And it's one of my biggest videos as well. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, going back to you said you read 10 pages. What book would you recommend to anyone that you've read?
Right now I'm reading a book called The Rules of Wealth. That's just about teaching about how to think about money and stuff and handle money. There's also some others like The Rules of Work, so teach about in the workplace how to treat people and how to like conduct yourself. I've got a handful of books at home, to be honest. I think reading was really critical when I moved back home and like trying to get my mindset right, to be honest. Yeah.
You're big on self-development and that then, yeah?
Yeah, massively, yeah. So I didn't read much books last year. I kind of put them down and thought I'm just going to try and like just do what I think is best.
Yeah.
But then I just humble myself this year. So
Yeah,
I
that's it.
read the books again.
Learn so much from reading, man. I've
Been on it,
I've been every day
fair
is
play.
standard for me now. I have to read. I've got different kind of like wealth books as well. Obviously, for me, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm in properties. That's why I wanted to ask you next. So you obviously the money's probably good, you know, with doing this.
Yeah.
Do you diversify your funds in other assets or stocks or anything like that?
What have I done? The money can be decent. It's up and down. I've played around in crypto.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a bit in crypto at the moment. Nothing crazy, but 2020, like when it was popping before, made some good money. Also lost some good money as well. So it's like, yeah.
Do you get it though? Do you understand how to?
Yeah, I understand how. I think I understand how. Trying. What else? Tried a bit of that. Got into a bit of watches and stuff over the past like 3 years. Then recently just got into like property. I'm trying to get into.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'm just working on my first property at the moment. So
Oh, nice. Where's that?
Just talk to him. He's the property guy, so just chat to him.
Where is it?
Help.
Where is
My
it?
property is
Okay, yeah.
so not too far from
What
me.
is it? You do like a buy to let or?
I actually bought it to just live in it at first.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna just probably change it and just Airbnb it.
Airbnb it, sick.
But I want to be able to live in it myself as well.
Nice.
Yeah. No one actually knows that actually. Yeah.
That's mad.
But prices up there, crazy. So I just thought, I wanted to buy my first house in Birmingham. The one I wanted fell through.
You said when you were filming, you've seen some mad things.
Yeah.
What's the maddest thing you've seen?
In terms of what?
Just
just asking what he told me on the way here. He told me a crazy story on the way here, like bro, on a video shoot. But I'll let Leon say.
That was in Leicester actually. So I was
Okay, yeah.
I was filming for a guy called. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
I was filming for a guy from here, and we was in like an industrial estate. We was filming, everything was fine. Then a car just came into the industrial estate, and it's like one way in, one way out. It zoomed in. Guy jumped out. I think one guy had a baseball bat, and the other guy had like. It was a knife. It looked like a sword almost.
I was just trying to shoot a video.
Yeah. And I'm like stood like in front of them. They say to me, "Give me your camera," and like I've taken a few steps back, and then like I think all the artist boys started like going up towards them, started like dashing like whatever they could get their hands on around them. I remember something like a big like wooden, like wooden planks that people stand on. I remember like getting dashed at their car and stuff, and then I his mum's Merc with him, and I jumped in the back of there, and then we're looking for the time to get out, and when it became clear, he like zoomed out like a getaway driver. But
No way. Oh, no.
Thankfully, everyone was okay though.
Yeah.
Then there's a few instances where people have pulled up to shoots and stuff. So I tried to shoot less hood stuff now because I find it. I'm paranoid from it, but the other like big story from that was in Nottingham. We shot a drill group called, I can't remember what their name is, Way 2, and there was someone from the group got in trouble. They hurt someone, the person passed away, long story short, and the police are basically contacted and went to our accountants, because our accountants was our business address. They went there looking for us and wanted to ask questions. They interviewed us. We didn't really give much information off, and then they said they're going to be back in contact. I said I'll speak to my lawyer, but I didn't have a lawyer back then. My friend was doing uni and law and DM. So he was my lawyer, and then long story short, I told the police like you can't have the information about the clients; it's confidential. And then one day I just woke up and like there's a police officer in my room, and then I was like, "What's going on?" And then the house kind of got like raided. They went on our computers.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's mad.
Wanted all that information. They took my iPhone, downloaded everything from my iPhone. And then E-Fame's house, E-Blessed, his house was in Birmingham as well. And I think the police went to his house at like 6 a.m. in the morning, woke up his whole family. They took his camera, they took his computer. And then we had to go back to Nottingham to go get it back. And when we got it back, they said, stay out of Nottingham, don't come back here again.
The Fed said that?
Yeah, they said that, yeah. But we had a video shoot straight after that. So for Glockamoni, shout out Glockamoni, he's in prison right now, but yeah.
Did any of that, like stories like that, and obviously you said there's a few more, does that ever put you off what you're doing, like, and think, you know what, this isn't for me anymore, or you just keep it stepping?
No, not at all, you know, because the actual artists that you work with, although they had, like, back then all these drill artists had, like, a bad reputation and stuff, in person, like, they're the most calm people to talk to, and they're completely fine, just normal human beings, really, so, and I'm actually still, like, friends with a few artists that I've worked with over the past and stuff. Some of them still do music, other ones have, like, so someone from Nottingham that I still talk to, he does like fitness now. He's just like trained to be a fighter. He has a car rental business, like completely changed his life around.
Really,
so, yeah. So still stay in contact with people, but yeah, it doesn't put me off at all. Yeah.
You know, so obviously if someone went on your Instagram page, typed in Leon Matthews now, they're gonna see all the big shoots and videos. But like you've spoke to us about here, it wasn't always like that. Wasn't always so glamorous. So what would be like your message to anyone maybe starting up in videography, wanting to do what you do, and like what would be your advice for them?
Start off with what you have and where you can. So we started off with our cameras at uni, so whatever you can get your hands on, doesn't need to be the best camera. In fact, if you can get like a worse camera than say your competitor, I think it's an advantage, because you need to now learn how to make that camera appear the same quality as theirs, so you'll learn more in the long run that way. Then when you do eventually upgrade your stuff, you should be like levels above them. And just put your all into every video, because you don't know what video is going to blow. So there's videos in the past where I'm like, oh, we need to go out and get more footage for this, and then the video ended up being our first million viewed video, and I think, oh, if we didn't go back out to shoot that again, would it have got that many views and stuff? So put your heart into like every video you do, really, and treat people well, because like you're always going to meet people again, even in Maz's office, that guy came in and said, "Oh, I met you before. That was 9 years ago. I don't know who he is." But imagine if I like did bad business with his boy or something. It just So just be clean-hearted, really. Yeah.
Do you know for you and like for your current business, obviously this is called real life curriculum, and I wanted to go touch back on like the system now and how it doesn't really help and support kids. Would you give the opportunity for someone to learn from you? Would you say?
Yeah, 100%. So I get a lot of messages of people asking me for advice and stuff, and I make sure I try to reply to everyone and just give whatever advice I can, because everyone, like the youngers that are young today, they're not going to be young in 5 years' time. So you never know who you can help out today, who might help you out in the future as well. But I've had people that come around me to shoots and stuff, and if we get on well and stuff, I'll keep bringing them around. So there's one guy called Carlos. His name on Insta is like Carlos TCU, I think, or Carlos Illa. I met him like 2 years ago at a shoot. I liked him, brought him along to a few more shoots, and he basically comes to every video with me now. And
Sick.
He's been in the rooms with like Digger D and stuff. Like when I can't make a job, if he's capable of doing it, I'll let him go to it instead. So. Yeah.
So do you like say you can't go to it?
Yeah.
You'd still get paid for it, but he'd get a bit of a cut. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Or does he just take full whack? Or
on a recent job, I said to him, take the full thing, and he's like, "Oh no, save yourself some." So like, he's just a good guy like that, to be honest. But I'll happily give away a job, and like, if it's a small budget, just take it. To be honest. If there's room that I can make money on it, then great. But as long as the client is still getting what they need, then I'm not really bothered about making drinks and stuff. Yeah.
What's next for you then? In the next year or so, what have you got planned?
I want to start my production company. So I tried that before, didn't really push it, but I want to do it again now. So I basically am a production company, but just having something that's above my name. So when I go to shoots and stuff, it's like something productions. I've got a name in mind, but I want to make sure I actually
trademark it
first.
Just take it.
Yeah, exactly. So that really, just so that when I get bigger budgets through, it looks more professional and stuff. And hopefully, in future years, the people that are around me that I can help, they can go into roles where I don't even need to be there, and they can people trust that I'm gonna send a good team out and they can do the job and stuff. So maybe I can be somewhere else doing something else. So.
And when someone approaches you, whether it's a rapper or you're just recording for somebody, and they've got a budget, is it you that then decides what they're shooting, or do they tell you what they want and then you just go with that, or is it a bit of both?
Bit of both, to be honest. They normally the typical message used to be like, how much is it for a video? I used to just have it on my notes, iPhone notes, and send them for this price I can do this and stuff. They made a PDF, so it's a bit more professional. But I scrapped it recently. I say, what's your budget? Some people still can't tell me their budget, so I'm like, cool, this is roughly how much it costs for a video. Or I'll show them an example of maybe something I've shot lower budget, mid budget, higher budget. Yeah. But yeah, we just negotiate really, and tell me what your budget is. I'll make it work, and then it's up to you where you want your money to go. Do you want it to go on camera crew, or do you want me to spend that on models and cars?
Yeah.
So whatever your priorities are, really.
And do you prefer they tell you, or do you like to have your own sort of input in the shoots as well?
A bit of both, to be fair. Some people fully just say to me, you can take creative control. I do like them to kind of give me some direction at first, so that I don't go off into Wonderland and it's some idea that they don't even want to do. So they might tell me I want to shoot at a mansion and stuff. I'll be like, cool, base it at a mansion, and what can I do within that idea? So, but it should definitely be a collaborative process where we're both happy and stuff. Yeah.
Do you ever had to turn someone down, for you didn't want to work with them, you didn't get that vibe?
Yeah, I have.
You don't have to name
you don't have to name it. I just wanted to know, innit?
I have turned down people, not many, but if I've had a bad experience, which isn't very often, it's could be 1 in 100 people you have a bad experience with, or but normally they're just difficult people, and then you find out from other people I worked with him as well. Yeah, and then you just because of how they carry themselves, or maybe they're just a bit they don't know how to talk to people properly.
Is there networking events for videographers, or is that because obviously you say people talk and you've heard from thingy, so do you communicate with them? Is there a big community, would you say?
There is, to be honest. I don't know any networking events, but I'm just generally friends with videographers, so whether that's Instagram or on Snap or whatever, you just add each other and you just see what each other's up to, and then might reply to their stories and they reply to mine, and we start chatting. I'm part of a group chat actually on Snap for videographers, but it's full of all the youngest. It's basically a play group in there. It's mad. So I don't really read that much, but yeah, I definitely like stay in contact with videographers because you might pass each other jobs and stuff as well. So yeah.
You've recorded, like we said, we spoke about in this podcast. Like you say, all you got to do is go to your page and see what you've done. But is there anyone out there that you've not recorded for yet, but you really want to like have the chance to?
Do you know what? There isn't that I can think of off the top of my head. No. I'm not, I'm kind of happy with who I've shot for.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to do more and bigger and better. But shooting for the big names, like I knew I wanted to shoot some big names over the years, but if I don't shoot another big name this year, I don't really care.
Yeah.
As long as the quality of the work is good,
Mm.
that's what attracts the big names anyway.
Yeah.
If you're putting out good work. So yeah, that's about it. I've got a video that I shot last October for like a big. He's been a big artist over the years. He doesn't really do music anymore, but he's an actor.
Okay.
And everyone knows him. But I've been waiting for like 4 or 5 months for this video to come out, and
It's still not there.
It's not out yet. So that's my next like. Say again, sorry.
Can we have a clue? Like, who is it? Like,
Little
they
hint.
act? We'll try and guess.
Trying to think of a clue. Like, funny enough, Grant Mitchell goes to my gym actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so
yeah, yeah. I can't remember his actual, what's his name? Ross Kemp. Yeah, he
Ross
goes to my
Kemp.
gym. Yeah, I've seen him a couple
Serious
times.
booter.
I'm trying to think of a clue for you guys. He's an actor in a very famous UK series that's on Netflix.
Top boy.
Top boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave.
Everyone else. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, but yeah, I was actually nervous for that shoot, to be honest. I went on like a Zoom call with them,
Yeah.
and then I remember I was in the gym actually. I was in the reception, and the Wi-Fi was terrible. And then I thought, oh, I've messed up this opportunity before I even got it. But that's the last shoot that I've actually been nervous for. I don't really get nervous to shoot anymore. But that one, I was like, and he was asking me like, what do you think? And I'm asking like, what do you want to do? And he's like, you're the director, like you tell me sort of thing. I'm thinking, no, but you're so and so, like I've been watching you since I was in school and stuff. So yeah.
Sick, man. And do you have like, do you start the year with like goals that what you want to achieve for the year, or do you sort of just run with it and see how it goes?
Yeah, I have goals every year. So I think like 5-6 years ago, I bought like a whiteboard in my room, and every year I just put like 2019 or 2020, whatever, and I just write down whatever comes to my mind. Really, I normally don't write them to the end of January. Like I only wrote them yesterday or day before. Don't know why. Just like I'm never really too sure what to write on there, but just typical goals really. Like might want to buy a new camera or change car or do this many shoots or try make this amount of money or just whatever comes to my mind really. So yeah, the house one was on there for like 3 years.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was so hard to try and get that.
No,
over.
you got it over the line.
Yeah. I just need to finish furnishing it now.
Oh, you've about done then?
Yeah.
Just sick.
It's getting there, but it's so expensive, man. I didn't realize how expensive it was.
It is, bro.
You know.
Airbnbs, man. You got to do it to high.
I wish I had
high
someone
level.
like.
So obviously you went down this route. Was your parents always supportive of you going down this route, or was there any objections towards it?
No, I think my dad was asking me a bit more questions. Like, still supportive, but he was like a bit more critical about it. Like, are you making money from this? Blah blah. And I wasn't making money from it back then.
Yeah.
Whereas my mum and my sister, they're just like, they've always said, "Mum's let me do whatever I want from when I was young." To be honest, within reason, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just supports. To be honest, so. Remember, like when I'm doing it and I'm like having no money, I need to get to a shoot. And I'm saying, you're ringing my mum or my sister, can you send me £20, please? I need to get a petrol. And then like they'll just always like push and support. But I think when it got to like 2019, 2020, people were saying to my mum like, I've seen your son's name on YouTube. I'm seeing his videos come up and stuff. And I think that's when they realized, oh, it's actually working. And then 2021, I think I was out the country every month. So that's when like they're realizing, like, okay, he's
serious.
He's doing something good here. So, but my mom's always been supportive. To be fair, yeah, biggest supporter.
And your journey so far, when you first started, let's say, Crown Media days.
Yeah.
Did you think that it'd become this, like, you'd be at this level shooting for the people you are?
No, I didn't. To be honest, my vision was always just make a channel. So I always used to look up to like SBTV, Link Up TV. But I didn't think I'd actually like. Well, obviously we didn't reach those heights. We got to like 40k subscribers, I think. But I didn't think I'd be like flying around the world and like meeting famous people and stuff like that. It was never the aim, but I didn't think it would get like that. My aim really was just, can I make this my job, and just to get by every month. Really, it's better than working a 9 to 5. Well, for me, it was better than working 9 to 5. So yeah, became a reality really. So yeah, grateful.
Yeah, I did say before when we was on the way here that we used to ask a question and we kind of scrapped it. But I want to ask you because I want to know what you think.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest life lesson you've took from your own life?
Did I give you an answer in the car?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Actually.
Did you tell him the question?
Yeah, I told him the question, but
yeah.
you didn't tell me what you thought.
Biggest life lesson. I don't know, but I would probably say to follow your intuition. To be honest, because that's when I look back now, that's all I've really done throughout like my whole childhood and stuff. Just follow your intuition and also look back at your strengths and stuff. Because when I look back, I was always recording in school on my phone, so obviously I must have been rooting to be a cameraman at some point. So follow your intuition and just do things properly. I would say, like, don't cut corners or try not to cut corners. Don't have to follow every rule that's out there, but try to do things properly.
Oh man,
That's a sick one.
Yo, appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
And appreciate you coming on as well. This is the first podcast you've come on. It's ours, so yo, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah,
Hands are
thank
sweating
you,
right
Yeah.
now.
That's so good.
What's
Nah.
you guys' biggest life lesson though?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We have answered this before, but I guess it always changes.
I always have
like-
this the
No,
same
you-
one in my personal thing in my field is don't compare yourself or your journey to anyone else's. You know what I mean? Stay in your own lane. You're not going to be at the level as someone else that's higher is, but just take each day as it comes. That's what I've learned because I had a lot of self-doubt going into property because I'm a plumber by trade. So I went from being plumber to going into business, and like there was a big gap for me, like socializing, networking, speaking to like people, business people, as you say. But I just learned that, you know, you're unique and you're individual, and just that's it, innit? Really, like, yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I've taken from it, because I was like I had a lot of self-doubt, imposter syndrome at first, innit?
Yeah,
Going from a tradesman to being in a suit
Big
and this and
business.
that.
But now, big business. What do you do now, by the way? Just for anyone that don't know.
I'm in property, for anyone who don't know.
What's your hotel called? Might as well shout out.
yeah.
It's sponsored,
Yeah,
innit?
sponsor. It's called the Pocklington Luxury Accommodation, a part hotel, 10-bedroom apartments, 6 2-beds, 4 1-beds. Holler me.
Well,
But yeah, man, Leon,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure, bro.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having
Yeah,
me.
man. Appreciate
Appreciate
As
it.
always, big up Leicester Podcast Studios for
Every
having us.
time.
Big up our sponsors, Art Cave, Big Mazzolini, and big up the Pocklington. Make sure you check us out.
Like, comment, subscribe. There we go.
I was about to get there.
She said it's such a given that she loved me for my drive. It wasn't all about the bread, I had to elevate the mind. Don't go looking in my past and then get scared of what you'll find. I'm still a work in progress, you know I'm changing over time. Still pray for long life and all my killies them to shine. But if I die tonight, I promise you these raps gon' stay alive. It's big money when we